happens with somebody like Sam. Sam's a good kid. Sam reads his Bible. Sam goes to church. And most of the time, he's filled up with Jesus. But what do you see when he holds that up? It's a cup. You see right through it. Exactly. You see right through to see who. It's all about Sam a lot of times. It's about the cup. And this is what happens to a lot of us. We're so concerned about us. You know, we can be a good influence. There's nothing wrong about being filled with Jesus and people seeing good things in you. But if that's all you got, it's just you can see something in me, then what, you are going to change the person that's on drugs and just all strung out? Are you going to be a difference in the guy who doesn't have a dad, doesn't have a family, doesn't have somebody pouring positive things in your life? Are you going to make a difference in that life just being the cup? There's a key to Christianity. The thing I want to leave you guys with is this verse in Colossians 1:27, where Paul prays that the grace and mercy of the liberating King envelop you. This concept of envelop you is to pour all over you, to come out of you, to be this river of living water. So here's what it looks like. Let's have Sam out here. Now here's this good Christian, this good boy, but he's not making a difference. The only way this is going to make a difference is if he has Jesus enveloping him, covering him. Now, do you see the cup?
Nope.
What do you see?
Overflowing.
The blood of Christ overflowing. Over, and over. That is the person who makes a difference. That is the person with Jesus overflowing out of them. It's not them. We don't save anybody. We don't do a thing. It's only when Jesus is coming out of us that it makes it easy for that person to go, there's something different about you. I want what you have. But on top of that, it's your attitude. When you get out on that field, it is a battle. It is a war. And you are going to win. You're going to do everything possible within the rules, right up to the edge of the rules, to win that game. That's the same thing we face in Christianity. Real Christianity. Not this stuff these churches sell. Not all churches. Some of them say the real deal, but there's a lot of consumer Christianity out there. And the idea of a badass football player and a Christian. Now, does that seem like those two come together? It should. And the football players are, if you're good, there's a little bit of attitude about you. There's a little edge. Some of y'all have a big edge. There's a battle going on. And the battle is in the mind. It starts in the mind. That's where the battlefield is. If you know anything about Christianity, anybody got a cross on? Now, anybody, you're supposed to take your jewelry off. That's right. But y'all know, Christians wear this cross for a reason, right? You know what happened on the cross? Everybody got an kind of general idea? What happened before the cross? What happened in the garden? Anybody know that story? He got what? Betrayed. Yeah, but when he was in the garden, what was he doing? He was praying. Why was he praying? He wanted something taken from him. Anybody remember that phrase? This cup that he was going to be drinking out of? This whole thing, not, take this from me. I don't want this. That's where the battle went on. The battle was in the garden, not on the cross. The battle was won in the garden in his mind when he decided to pay the price. Gentlemen, where is the battle? The battle's not when, all of a sudden, damn, where'd that joint come from? I don't know where this came from. Maybe I should do something with it. No, you had to think about it first. You had to pick it up. You had to put yourself in that position. You had to go there with those friends. You kind of go, whoa, where'd that girl come from? Why have you no clothes on? You know? No, it doesn't happen that way. It goes through your mind first. You got to prepare your mind. You don't put yourself in that position. You think about the conduct. You think about the ramifications. That's my 20-year-old son standing back there. He goes to TCU. Oh no, that's right, you go to Baylor. And at Baylor, when he's on his own, when he's at these parties, he makes a mistake, his butt's in jail. And I'm going to leave it in jail. And he knows I will do that. But he's responsible for his conduct. And daddy ain't going to save him. And a lot of y'all may not have a daddy that's going to save you. You may already be in that position where the decisions you make, what goes through your mind, the battle that you're fighting, has incredible ramifications in your life. You have to have this attitude in you in everything you do to succeed in the law career that I have. I have to have a little swagger. I have to believe in myself. I have to make the decision when I have clients. Am I going to be proud enough to stand in front of you, in front of 12 people, and I believe in you, and you believe in me? There is something about living for something outside of yourself. Living for something bigger than you, because right now, there's you, yourself, and you. Okay, enough about me. What about you? What do you think about me? Okay? I've been a teenager. I've raised 3 teenagers. I still act like a teenager. It's a lot of self-centeredness. But on a football team, you learn about sacrifice. You learn about trusting the guy next to you. You learn about doing your job and relying on the other person to do their job. And you sacrifice. You give things up. I maybe could make this play, but I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do and let somebody else get the glory. I'm going to make this block. I'm not going to try to blow somebody up. I'm going to make sure I make this tackle. Because there's something more important than just you. It's a team. And whether you win or lose, you win or lose as a team. What about Christianity? Do you see the similarity? There's a battle going on, and there's a sacrifice that you have to make. A sacrifice where you die to yourself. What you want versus what God wants for you. Well, if you want to talk to me about it, Rodney can find me, and I'll meet you anywhere you want to meet. And I'll buy the burger, I'll buy the Coke, I'll buy whatever it is. We can sit down and talk about this type of Christianity, where you are sold out, where you die to yourself, and where you give everything you've got, because that's why football's so important. That's why I love this game. I freaking love this game. My boys have told me, Dad, you need to go get a hobby, because I lived every moment of their football careers, because it is so much like Christianity. Because you get beaten down and you're just about to give up, and somebody in the huddle comes alongside and goes, come on, man. Come on, we can do it, come on. You can do this. We're not going to give up. Champions never get beat. You may be outscored, you may run out of time, they might even be better, but you never get beat. Does everybody understand? It's the same thing in Christianity. You're gonna have battles. You may get your ass whooped spiritually. Do not give up. Do not ever give up. It is a battle that you can win because Jesus Christ is on your side, and He is right there next to you. And all you got to do is reach out to Him, to die to yourself and bring Him into the battle, and you will emerge a champion and a winner. So you're drawing. When you're drawing, if your drawing doesn't look like mine, are you wrong? But that's what a lot of Christianity does today. You gotta look like me, you gotta act like me, you gotta believe like me. Because if you don't, you're wrong. And that's what's destroyed a lot of Christianity in our world. Is that we have this concept that you gotta be just like me, no compromise. You gotta approach it just like me. But what if Christianity is not a noun, but it's a verb? And the question becomes, hey, what are you drawing? Let me see your drawing. Why did you draw that way? What does that mean? Why is there a cross in this picture of the fish? Do you want to see my drawing? And we find a common ground. We find something that we can share. Someplace where the communication starts. Someplace where people come together on a team. A lot of y'all are going to be moving up next year. And you're going to be on a new team and new coaches and new kids. Where do you find the common ground that will pull you together and that you become as one?